Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to your love reading. Today we are going to get into their business. I want to know what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're hiding from you, and any intentions that they may have. That first card of dishonesty here already flew out here. So there's some level of dishonesty here in the situation. They're not sure what's going to happen here, what the next course of action is. They feel that everything has kind of come apart and that it might be too late to reconcile. They do feel as though you are kind of a soulmate level material here, that there's some deep chemistry here between the two of you, and that despite you being apart and away from one another emotionally, maybe even physically, that they feel a deep connection to you, and they're very sorry that they've made you feel very neglected, right? So here the overwhelming card or energy here is that dishonesty card, because that one decided to just kind of jump out before I even got started, right? It really wanted to highlight its presence. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot cards here, Virgo. So obviously we've got some dishonesty going on here. They do feel remorse. They don't know what to do, and they feel that it's a little bit too late because of what they've done. So let's get started, see what their energy is, any kind of influencing energy, if there's any third-party situation going on here, what they're thinking about, what they're hiding from you, and any intentions, any future plans, what their next move is. All right, bottom of the deck here, Ace of Wands. So they want to start, they want to come in again to you to make you an offer to kind of resume or revive this relationship, okay? Overall energy here is the Two of Cups. They do feel a sense of unity with you, an equality, a bond. They're very attracted to you, incredibly attracted to you. But let's see. They just don't know how to make this connection, right? How to fix this situation, right? Because they do feel attracted. They want to be with you. They messed up. They know they messed up, but they don't know how to fix it. In the recent past, there was an imbalance in your relationship, right? There was an imbalance in this person's behavior. Maybe they were devoting themselves too much to something else, maybe a third-party situation, who knows? They feel that they have a duty towards, independent stability, wealth, building wealth. They're very focused on that, and they wanted to create that for you and give you that and really enjoy the fruits of their labor. They wanted to share that with you, right? But they feel overburdened. They've taken on too much, and they're really afraid to kind of reveal that. They're afraid to tell you that, like, they can't keep up with the outside appearance, right? On the outside, they're kind of showing that they're one way, but deep inside, they feel really overwhelmed and overburdened, right? They feel that they've built a past with you, good memories, and there's going to be a time here where they're reminiscing, right? Because they do feel that there's a bond with you, a significant bond, a strong bond, and you've created memories, and that's something that they really are thinking about, right? They're thinking about it because obviously, they love you. They want to be with you. But I think this honesty has to do with them. They were kind of fronting, that they showed you that maybe they got their stuff together, but they really don't. They're kind of a hot mess, right? Intuition here. This is a card of mystery. Again, there's dishonesty. There may be dishonesty, and they're having to, I think that this is something a little bit more than that. I think there's a part of them that needs to get in touch with their deeper selves, their inner feelings, their deeper emotions, trusting their intuition. There's conflict. There was a lot of words that were used that shouldn't have been used, that's kind of hurtful. They want to move. They want to move from this situation. Get away from what's happening here. Almost like they want to escape. That's what I'm getting. All right. Let's clarify some of these cards. I'm going to clarify that 5 of Swords here because I keep looking at it. Why is the 5 of Swords here? What are they hiding? Obviously, there's been a fight. Yeah, so they were hiding. I mean, they're distracted by something, choices. And if this is a choice between you and another person, yeah, 3 of Pentacles. They were having to make choices. They were distracted by a third party. And I think that that's the dishonesty there. And I think that you knew. I think you knew. And they're pretty remorseful about their behavior because it's forcing them to really turn inward and really get to the bottom of things and what the meaning is. Yeah, there was lying. There was lying and deceit, and they're trying to figure out why they did that. Yeah, and it's caused despair. It's caused a lot of hurt because I think they know what they've done, and you know, you probably checked them on it and said, hey, or either that, if you haven't called him out on his behavior, I think he knows that you know. He knows that he or she knows that this is the end, right? That you know, you were the person for them, but they kind of screwed up. Oh man. All right, let's clarify that Chariot card up there. What's that about? King of Wands. Yeah, this person is very charismatic. Very charismatic, and they're going to make a move on you. They're going to try to come towards you and make a move and see if you take them back. But they know they're charming, and they know that there's an attraction between... Oop, wow, that just flew out. They know that there's an attraction between the two of you. But here, what's happening is some truth is going to come out. And it's going to give clarity to the situation. And unfortunately, it's going to force the situation to go one way or the other. But definitely this individual has kind of that, you know, the type of person that can walk into a room and really capture people's attention. Okay? And, but yeah, I mean, third party here, that's going to come to light. And there's going to be clarity here. All right, let's clarify this some more here. What is going on here? I want to clarify this 9 of Pentacles. What is that about? All right, the Emperor. So this is a card of authority. So on the outside, again, this individual kind of presented themselves as like the boss of the boss, right? Has his stuff together. And somebody that's going to take control of the situation. Maybe this situation. Let's clarify this 10 of Wands here. Yeah, they've gone within themselves to try to figure out how to handle this. This is also a Virgo card. This is the card of the Virgo. So, just to clarify that. Just to reinforce that this is for Virgo. Yeah. Deep inside, they really want unity. They want stability. They want more of a commitment. But here, third-party situation and lies and deceit that's caused a lot of pain. Let's clarify the Temperance card here. Right. So this is the Empress card. This is a card of creation. This is also can be the energy of an individual who's incredibly beautiful, very radiant, very magnetic personality. You know, the Empress, you know, pulls people to them because they're incredibly attractive, right? And you've got the Empress card here plus the Emperor, right? So clearly there's a chemistry here between the two of you. They see you as the Empress. They see you as this absolutely beautiful person, right? That they match up with. But there was an imbalance that needed to be balanced, an imbalance in the relationship, and the Temperance card is all about balance. You had to create balance in the relationship, moderation, some sort of an inequality that occurred in the relationship there. Let's clarify that. What is that about? Were they working too much? Somebody here was working too much. All right, I want to clarify the 6 of Cups here. Let's clarify the 6 of Cups. Ooh, Knight of Swords, very impulsive behavior. Was this person that you're dealing with impulsive, doesn't think before they act, says things that they can't take back? Also, yeah. So they know that they've made a mistake, was a little bit impulsive with their behavior and their words, and now they want to offer you love. Three of Cups, again with the Three of Pentacles. Whenever I see that 3 and 3 like that, I'm thinking third party situation. Okay, let's clarify some other cards here. I want to know a little bit about this possible third party situation here that there was a conflict about, and indecision about this third party situation. Reciprocity, I want to have equal give and take. Maybe that goes along here. No, that doesn't go. Yeah. Equal give and take. Clarify that. Holding back. I should have expressed myself better. Right? So obviously with this third party, something distracted them. And instead of coming to you to express their feelings, they held it back. They held on to this dishonesty. Right? Now it's too late and they don't know how to fix the situation. Okay, let's clarify down here. Yeah, they're a runner. They kind of ran away from the situation. Right? Sometimes when people don't know what else to do, they run, especially if they feel that they're guilty. And so because of everything that they've done, they feel like they need to check out and give themselves time to heal. Okay? Let's clarify the cards up here. The King of Wands, Chariot, and the Ace of Swords. What's that about? Regret. So yeah, they've realized the error in their ways, and they do want to tell you the truth, and they want to have some sort of understanding here. I think they know what you're going to do. They don't know. They know that they messed up and they regret what they've done. They know that what they did to you was wrong, and yeah, they're still very attracted to you. They're still attracted to you. They see why you're mad at them. They see what they've done wrong. And they don't know how you're going to feel if they try to offer some sort of reconciliation. They're going to try to come back to you. Yeah, and they feel that you know you're such an important part of their lives that they don't know how to not have you in their lives. Things didn't go the way they planned. Yeah, they really wanted a union with you. They wanted harmony, but obviously they screwed it up, and they wish that they could fix their mistakes. They know that you're not, that there's only one of you, obviously there's only one, but they see you as such an important part of them. They feel like you are, you know, your other half, or their other half. They feel a certain unity with you, but unfortunately this third party situation really got in the way, right? And they want to tell you the truth, but they don't know how, because they know that they're going to disappoint you. And they weren't able to give you the commitment they wanted, and they still continue to think about how they can make it work with you, but they don't know how, right? And they continue to have hope, but, you know, I think this time alone here has given them a little bit more of an understanding of the damages that they've done. They know that people are talking about this situation, and they obviously the disagreements here that's gone on between the two of you has a lot to do with the values, the differing values you have, right? So yeah, and his or her ego got the worst of them, and obviously has destroyed this bond, this relationship that you have with one another. I want to confirm this Three of Cups here. Yeah, they're thinking about the past with you, but they screwed up, right? And they know that the damage, they know of the damage that they've created, and they haven't told you everything. All right? So hopefully you got something out of this reading. Thank you so much for being here. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Bye-bye.